wanted to give you a leaderboard update, but Mr. President, I have bigger news to bring from Augusta National Golf Club. Someone peed in the creek on 13. Not just someone, not a patron, not a volunteer even, but the amateur champion, Josele Ballester. While Justin Thomas was in the woods...
The guy who was in the group with Scheffler and Thomas?
Peed
the Arizona State kid?
Yes. Had to use the bathroom. Did not know that there were bathrooms readily available for the golfers. And he peed in the river on 13.
Wow. You're kidding.
I'm not kidding.
You think he'd... My
where
brother in arms...
Where were the people?
They could see him.
So he didn't care.
He didn't care, and this is what he had to say about it. Because
they already asked him. Okay, wow.
All right.
He was not remorseful, even.
Well, I completely forgot that we had those restrooms on the left of the tee box.
Oh, okay. 13th tee.
Yes, yeah. Correct. And then I'm like, I really need to pee. Didn't really know where to go, and since JT had an issue around the green, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna sneak here in the river. Probably the people would not see me that much, and then they clap for me. Probably one of the clubs that I really got today, like really loud. So that was kind of funny.
Are you concerned that there might be any blowback from that at all? Or I mean, obviously they did see you, right?
Yeah, they saw me. I mean, it was not embarrassing at all for me. So if I had to do it again, I would do it again.
Oh my God!
I would do it again. No remorse. Peeing on Ray's Creek.
Is he disqualified?
I mean, I guess there's nowhere in the Masters rulebook.
There's nothing about the Masters rulebook about exposing yourself on the golf course.
They need to add a
There's
bullet
definitely
point.
something around. Maybe you got to go find a clause, a bylaw somewhere. That's exposing yourself, right? That's public indecency.
Well,
right?
I think he covered himself. Like you could see his.
Was he on the telly?
But it's a public event. What do you mean he covered himself?
I mean.
He's in public.
You can't do it at a preschool.
Christian, did they catch him on the telly?
I don't think they saw that angle.
I don't think they'd cut to that shot either if that was available.
Of him taking a leak in the creek?
I don't know. I don't know the rules here, but if the Masters don't allow cell phones, they're going to allow the guy to take a leak in the creek?
Guy had to drop trout and take a pee.
And you know how it's called the second nine and not the back nine for the Masters?
Right.
It's very particular with that. And the reason why that is because they don't want anything to be referred to as back, as in backside, as in buttocks. So they're so buttoned up that they won't say back nine, but they've got the amateur champion who's got a lot to prove. Like, this is not a guy who can rest on his laurels. No, just taking a leak in the creek.
Thinking about the guys he's playing with, too, he was in a group with Scheffler and Justin Thomas.
And he's dropping trout. Fair play to him, man. The stones on that guy.
The crowd did cheer him on when he emerged from the woods.
Wow. He's an Arizona State guy, I know that, and he had a Sun Devils hat that had the Sun Devils
he had an accent,
down.
too. I'm assuming he's a European player as well.
But he plays at Arizona State. He's the amateur.
Okay.
And the Sun Devils thing was upside down. It was classic Arizona State. Like, this guy goes to Arizona State. And peeing in the lake, that guy goes to Arizona State.
Him and Scatbo, part of the same tree, baby.
So that brings us to the leaderboard update.
Wow.
Leaderboard update is brought to you by Pain Care Florida. At Pain Care Florida, their specialists use state-of-the-art procedures to relieve pain and get you moving. Pain Care Florida. Stop hurting and start living today. This leaderboard update also brought to you by the Breakers Palm Beach, Kaiser University, and PGA Golf Club. We talked about Justin Rose storming out of the gates. He's kept it moving. When we started the show, he had a 2-stroke lead over the rest of the field. He now has a 4-stroke lead alone through 16. Justin Rose at 8 under par. There's a tie for second, two guys that are in the clubhouse, Scotty Scheffler and Corey Connors, tied for second at 4 under. Tied for fourth is Tyrrell Hatton and Rory McIlroy at 3 under. They're 5 shots off the lead. And a gaggle of guys who are tied at 6 under. Now 6 shots off the lead. Pardon me. Tied for sixth at 2 under, 6 shots off the lead. That was your leaderboard update in Augusta. And that moves us to number 2.
Number 2.
Man, in the Rays Creek.
I wonder, if I did that at work, I'd be fired.
Correct. You would be fired.
If you did that on the street, you'd be arrested. or give it a ticket at least. The Masters, phones, bad language, no words of the word back.
You can't.
You just
You
went
can't-
there, Christian. You saw this.
You're not allowed to run.
You can't run.
But you
The
can,
decorum is supposed to be second to none.
But-
It's like upper class. It's Wimbledon. It's like the royal family.
but he's dropping trow right there at the river.
I don't understand this.
Wow.
What is he thinking?
This is going to have an actual ripple effect. Like, we're
what I
joking
mean.
and maybe melodramatic, but no, because it's the Masters.
Yeah, like-
this is the one exception to
Yeah.
all decorum.
You could do this, I mean,
Christian,
at a lot of other places before you do this at Augusta.
I think there's a world we live in where this cat will never be able to step foot on the grounds.
I'm being honest with you.
Seriously.
I mean, who? I mean, at the end of the day, like, just went to the bathroom. But I mean, I'm just thinking about where he is. The moment he's in, this is his first Masters. You're trying to prove yourself amongst two of the all-time greats.
Me as a patron who was there, if I had to make a decision, expose myself, use the bathroom somewhere in the woods on the course, or wet my pants, as someone who paid to be there, I would wet my pants.
Christian would rather take the public humility of having pee stains on his pants instead of dropping trow and going in.
Yeah.
What creek? What?
Rays Creek.
Rays Creek. I'll tell you, they baptize children in that creek,
Yes.
and he is taking a pee in it. Obviously, they don't. That is a joke, but at the same time, wow.
That's Jose Luis Ballester.
Ballester.
Who admitted and gloated about it, said he'd do it again if he had the opportunity, to peeing in Rays Creek.
Yeah.
I
at
think
the
that he'll
Masters.
have a different tone tomorrow when asked about it.
Yeah,
Most
I
people are
mean,
going to be like, dude,
Are we going to see him tomorrow?
Yeah, that's. I was about to say, Christian, forgive me for thinking this cat is not allowed to step on the grounds ever again. Public indecency. He showed he dropped trow. I know I keep saying it, but my God, at Augusta.
I never heard that. Drop trow?
Really?
I never heard that one.
yeah, drop pants.
Yeah.
Drop
Dropped
trousers.
his Kyle dropped his drawers.
Number 2.
It's like that woman in your friggin' hostel.
I missed that story
Yeah.
yesterday.
Wow.
Don't worry about it.
Luka
Wow.
Doncic returned to Dallas last night, and he was teary-eyed. He was more remorseful for dropping, 40-something on his former team than Ballester was for peeing in Rays Creek.
You could say
Luka was sad.
Drop trow on,
Mark Cuban was buried in his face, his hands. He was sad. There was fire Nico chants referring to the Mavericks GM. A somber scene in Dallas last night for the return of Luka Doncic. Did Luka and fans get the closure they needed after last